everybody, and welcome to episode number 89. Whew! Almost at the 90. This session here, a very important one, is to decide whether or not you can walk the last, I want to say 10 miles, and each mile represents obviously a session to get to that big 100. And yeah, this definitely is a gatekeeper session. A lot of things can happen and might be the last hurdle you have to overcome to get to the end of this dungeon. Who knows? Maybe something exciting will wait even after, beyond whatever is awaiting you right now. Anyways, we're happy to be back. We had a short delay, but nonetheless, because we wanted everybody to be here for the session, obviously everyone needs to be here. Yeah, there might be some delays in the next coming weeks that we won't have a session next week. We'll have to see, have to figure things out. I'm moving, that's why my background is different, and it will change yet again, hopefully. If it doesn't change, something seriously has gone wrong in my life. But we hope that won't happen. Anyways, whew, question of the day. Actually, I would do two questions. The first question is just on a scale to 1 to 10, how ready are you? And the second question is, do you think, because I was kind of teasing at it, that this is the last thing that you have to kind of overcome in order to get to the door? Or do you think something still awaits you even after this dragon centaur? Alright. Greg, you have the honors, as usual. Do not think about it. Do not get the time.
That's okay, I know these answers. I'm Greg, I'm playing Iric Spanner, the Human Artificer. I am about a 2 out of 10 readiness. This is just complete batshit crazy. I think this is our last battle, like real fight. But I think what we're gonna have is some sort of maybe mental challenge or confrontation, or maybe another sort of atonement situation going on. But I think we've peaked battle.
Battle
here.
peak. I see. Alright. And that brings us to Matt.
Yep, hello. Matt playing Fira, the wizard. I'd say I'm like 8 out of 10 ready. Fira would be like 10 out of 10 ready. In her current state. Yeah, I think I'm on the same board. This is probably the big fight, depending how we tackle this thing. But I assume afterward we'll just deal with Melidor in some sort of challenge or skill check, or figure a way how we want to deal with it, kind of thing. Like a morale choice. I don't know.
Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. Takes us to Skit.
Hi, I'm Skit, and I play Isarel Leofina, the oh my god, English. Sorry. The High Elf Druid Cleric. Oh my gosh, words. As you can see, I'm probably a -10 out of 10 ready for tonight. But all this at the same time, probably a 10 out of 10. I don't know. I've been thinking about this battle all week. Going in hot with 6 spell slots for a spellcaster. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. And just like the boys, I think this is our last big battle in the dungeon. But I do think we're going to have one more challenge when it comes to Melidor. I just don't think it's going to be necessarily a fight if we can talk our way out of it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think.
Alright. We'll take us to Felicia.
So I am Felicia. I'm playing Jade Nightlock, your paladin warlock. Myself, I'm like a 10 out of 10. Like, I'm ready. Let's do this. It's been on my mind nonstop. Jade, not so much, especially after her dream. She's probably like a 5, a little scared. And as far as do I think this is the last thing before the door, I'm kind of with everybody else where I think this is the last like big fight. I think there might be like a little bits scruffles here and there. I think it's going to be a more of a mental thing to get through that last door.
All right. So they all unanimously agree that there will be no combat after this, because that would be really fucked up. It would be really fucked up if we would have to do like actual combat after this, right? It'd be crazy. Anyways,
You're evil. You're an evil man.
Without further ado,
Well, I never said no more combat. I said no more big combat.
okay,
Like,
yeah,
little
yeah.
scuffles.
It'd be crazy if there'd be a big combat right after this. It'd be crazy. Anyways, to find out what will actually happen is they must first succeed on this combat in order to proceed. So, without further ado, I think I keep saying that without further ado for too long. So now, without further ado, I'm just dragging this on. We get past the intro, and then we can start. Let's go. He will guide us out of this endless misery, be it pain, sins, penance, or grafting. He knows where one of the roots of Nephasius is, and with them together, we will burn the tree of purgatory, and in its fire, a new age will begin. An age where we do not rely on the light to guide us, but instead, through the blood of our primordial ancestors, we shall escape the curse that has been put onto our kind so long ago. We will not be the victims of this blight any longer, and we will wage the final war needed against those who hold divinity. Those who strive against us are but mere puppets of the divine. We must accept the sacrifice, and we must accept the blood that needs to be spilled. Peace will make us mourn the inevitable deaths of innocent people, and war will make us celebrate the valiant warriors who sacrifice their lives for a higher purpose. Let us not mourn anymore, but instead celebrate for the prosperity of our kind. Stand by me, O so-called sinners. Stand by me, O so-called outcasts. We are bespoken, and we are carved from the very fabric of death and life together. We will not fail, we will prevail. Long live the dark blood, and long live humanity. Alright. So we're gonna start this off as usual with a quick recap. You guys have successfully managed to weave through most of the dungeon already, encountering different parts of intertwisting hallways, labyrinths, traps, reawoken sentinels, and undead plant creatures. And by going through this decrepit dungeon filled with danger, you have managed to gain some insight of the old Holy Order that has been built here thousands of years ago, while also collecting a few magical trinkets on your way, allowing you to bolster yourselves for an upcoming clash that you were expecting. And though most of the dungeon was conquered by only 3 of you, as Jade was kind of taken out from time and space simultaneously, as she had something else going on, but would eventually rejoin the group, and together you managed to dodge some dark light mutations without getting captured, and would eventually come within a small room with 3 draconic statues that each had a necklace on them, which you kind of took. Found out that these were kind of special necklaces for perhaps soldiers and or clerics that used to work here, that gave you the benefit of reviving you in case of death. And so you equipped yourself with that, and as you stepped into the next room, which was a grand, seemingly hallway, you now see that the corpses that have been lining and merged within the walls themselves have now kind of started to disappear a bit, and instead there were these petrified corpses kneeling down on the ground, flanking the hallway and the rooms themselves. And they're all led down where you would, at the end of this hallway, see and witness a very large statue of what seemed to be a draconic figure, though it was more built like a centaur. It had a quadrupedal bottom body, but a humanoidish torso, but a dragon head. It was holding 2 great axes kind of crossed over, and had these kind of crumpled and, relative to its size, small wings. And as Fiera curiously approached to figure out the name of this stone guardian, as you got close enough, it started to move. Starting off with a crack inside of its chest, you all felt a pulsing heat as suddenly the limbs of this statue started to move. A breath of fire, which the heat you could feel many feet away kind of take over your skin, drying your eyelids, and with a crack in each joint, with a bit of dust crumbling down its ancient form, it got reawoken back to life, and you can see as it's moving the beat of its heart in the center of its chest, where it cracked open. 4 eyes open up inside of its face as it seemed to challenge you as you approached the seemingly locked off or blocked off door behind it. So this will drop us right into combat, and we will start this off by rolling initiative. I will put you on the map right now. Don't forget to click your tokens. And as a quick reminder also for the viewers what they are actually fighting. This is it.
My heart is racing.
And we will have to see how well they will perform against the Dragon Centaur. And it's a biggie. It is a biggie, that is for sure. And with that,
I want to apologize in advance. My D&D Beyond and Roll20 are extremely slow. There was an update, and now it's going at -20 speed.
I guess D&D Beyond rolled poor initiative on this one. Let's hope.
It's coming. It's coming.
I will roll its initiative. And let's see how it does.
There it is.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Not too high, luckily, which makes sense. Reawakening from its ancient slumber. So I think everyone has rolled successfully.
Ooh,
Wow, and
we
it's
even have a crazy music going on.
oh, dang, it's really slow.
Jade's going once for once. This is weird.
Yeah, that is weird. The paladin is first. So,
Let's go. Just end it. End it.
as this beast crackles,
I think the initiative order right now is perfect. This is good. This is good.
it definitely seems that way. So, Jade, what will you do as this beast of a monster cracks open?
Oh man. Let's see. I'm gonna move away from the group. Jade knows anything about dragons.
Oh.
Knows not to be grouped.
Okay, oh, just as a point of reference, because I always forget it. These things, their stairs is 15 feet high. So you either have to, go all the way up the
Oh.
stairs, or you can just make an athletics check to see if you can, jump over it.
Okay, I'll make an athletics check.
Alright. It's not a super high DC. Yeah, 14 is more than enough. You just kind of whoop, up, manage to pull yourself over the edge and get to where you are now. Without problem.
Jade's going to come in with her Eldritch Blast. Let's see.
28 will definitely hit. And another 28 will also definitely hit. Off to a good start. And the 27 as well. All three of your blasts hit it. It's 19.
Did all three come through?
2 came through so far. That's nice. So 28 damage there as you hit it with your 3 Eldritch Blasts. All of your bolts hit it very clear against its shoulder. When you can see it chips pieces of its kind of petrified stone exterior in the blast away, but compared to its size, it looked as though it did full damage, but still menial to its larger superior form as it kind of grabs its attention towards you and looks menacingly with its red glowing eyes in your direction. Anything else you'd like to do? Your bonus action?
Let's see. Bonus action, I'm going to use my Hexblade Curse on it.
Alright, then it is cursed. I will symbolize it with this red dot here so we can remember. Then I guess that's it. Action, bonus action, and movement all spent. And that will take us to Eirik as you see the 3 blasts of Jade successfully hitting it. And now it's your turn. What do you do?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boots immediately. So I'm going to fly up the platform to my right, or to Eirik's right, and hide behind that little column. I am then going to... Yeah, okay. We are going to cast Ray of Frost at him. I'm going to say that I'm targeting his torso. I don't want to specifically target the glowing heart, but like just his upper body. So Ray of Frost.
Alright, 26. Definitely hits.
Damage.
For 17. Alright, you blast your Ray of Frost towards it. And it strikes through. However, you can see that as the Ray of Frost is gliding towards it, it kind of diminishes in power the closer it gets. As you can see, the radiating heat itself kind of already melts part of the cold spell. It does damage it, but not as much as you would have hoped for. It seems to be resistant, but not immune against cold. So that reduces it.
His speed is now reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Alright, very nice. Anything else?
Let me just check one quick thing. Bonus action. I'm going to... Yeah, bonus action, I'm going to pull out my shell shield. I'm going to release the pin and send the magical shimmering field up above me and give me a +2 AC.
Alright, very nice. Shell shield activated. Then that will take us to Fiera.
Sure. I guess I'll look back at Azrael and the floating Irik and just say, maybe see if it knows the dragon language? I don't know if it's a construct or a creature yet. And then I'll turn and start walking toward it. Okay. As I get like around this pillar, is there like you mentioned heat coming off of it? Does it become like overwhelming?
Not yet, but the closer you get, it gets exponentially hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. You still feel somewhat comfortable. You're like in, Sahara Desert environment where you are. But
I've also been to hell.
Yes, exactly. True. It's not hell level yet, but it's slowly getting there the closer you're getting.
Alright, I'll do 5 more feet. And so how tall is it?
It's
compared to me?
Around about 20 feet tall. So it is, reaching out. However, as you step inside, you notice now that it's getting hell levels of hot, and staying there probably not the wisest choice. As you the edges of your clothes start to kind of build up embers.
That was the question. Good. As I keep kind of studying it, walking around it, I'll just say in Celestial, thank you for this opportunity for us to grow. And then I'll cast my Rainbow Resilient Sphere around myself.
Bubble time.
Alright, bubble activated.
And does that help against the heat as it closes around me?
Definitely helps against heat, as none of it is able to reach you.
Good. So if I wanted to study this thing, that's action, right?
Yes.
To figure out how it works. Okay. Would passive investigation do anything? Give me any hints or clues?
Yes.
Like its power source?
Yes, that is what I was going to tell you next. As you're close enough to actually passively investigate it, one thing you definitely notice, it is being powered by its core. You can see in the middle of its chest, there's its heart literally pumping through its entire body, so you can see the veins and cracks seemingly glowing every time the core pumps. And it's it almost rejuvenates itself as each pump kind of pushes through the heat throughout its entire body.
I wonder why the dungeon gave us weapons to stop rejuvenation. Okay. Sounds good. That's my turn then.
All right, then that will take us to Isorel.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna fiddle with my new necklace and concentrate on the pearl of summoning, and I will summon the Guardian of Fate that it allows to right away.
All right, that's the summoning, and this one's a special one because it's a dark light summon. So actually, you get a special summon for this one. You can roll a d20.
Oh my gosh, you're making me roll dice when.
Oh shit.
I swear to God, if this is how Roderick shows up,
It's like, oh, guys.
Maybe.
It's coming, guys. It's coming. It's coming. Of course, it's gonna be a fucking 1. Yep, it's a 1.
It's a 1.
It's a 1. It's a 1. It's a fucking 1.
I have to decide whether or not
It's
that's
coming,
a...
it's coming.
Oh
There it is.
wow.
There it is.
Oh wow.
There it is. Yep,
All right.
yep.
All right. What happens is, as you do that, and where do you choose to summon it?
Hold up. Oop. Right here. If it wants to show you. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yep,
it does,
there
it does,
is.
it does.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's so freaking slow. So freaking slow.
Okay, you want to put it right next to the center? Okay, then
Yep.
in comes, and Eirik, you would recognize this figure as one of the weird invisible maidens you have been keep seeing all the time as they apparate, and this time everyone else will be able to see it as well, as it's not invisible, as you see the strange female figure with the weird thing. And I will just show it right here as
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask for that.
she
Oh, that's
appears
so creepy looking.
Oh yeah, she's creepy. She's a very creepy woman.
in the space.
I'm
and
the only one who's been seeing these things.
And she will get her own initiative, because that's how that works. And she would act
Yes, it is.
as an ally towards you. However, you must give her a task.
Yes. Well, so basically, the Guardian occupies the space and is invulnerable, and it appears in a form appropriate to whatever. So it's this guy, this girl, enemy that move within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn or start its turn there makes it a dex save. So basically, I will order her to protect us.
Wait. I think wait. Wait, you're using one of your necklaces. Isn't it Planar Ally that you cast as a spell?
Nope, it's Guardian of Faith.
Oh, did I get that wrong then? Or did I give
Yes,
you the...
it is Guardian of Faith.
Okay, then I might have gotten that wrong. It's the necklace of summoning, correct?
Yes, sir.
The necklace of prayer beads. I would just have to double check if that's different
Yes.
in the rules, because I thought... No, for
It is
summons...
necklace of prayer beads. It's a Guardian of Faith.
Really? Where does it say?
Yes, sir.
Let me...
For the old rules, it was Planner Ally.
I believe in the legacy rules it was a Planner Ally. And in the new one it's a Guardian of Faith.
Alright, well, I'm taking the old rules. Because
Okay then. Perfect. I'll do that. I much rather have the freaking Planner Ally.
Yes, I was like, okay, yeah.
Of freaking course I want a Planner Ally.
So you can choose to
Please.
then summon it somewhere else, because I think that would probably...
Yes. Just give me 1 second. I'll just pull up the Planner Ally spell so that I can read what it does.
Well, you basically just summon a creature from a different plane, and it acts as an ally. That's basically what the spell.
Planner Ally.
I was like, Spirit Guardian, they changed that?
da.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have the new rules for that in my World 20, that's why I didn't see it.
Yes. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna put the detailed page here. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So instead, I will.
I'll just roll her initiative.
Okay.
A2. Amazing.
Yep. Okay. So instead, I'm going to cast her with Jade. So she's gonna appear next to Jade.
Alright.
And I will ask her to help us in the fight.
Alright. So basically, alright, aid you in this combat that she will do.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to. Can I do anything else for my bonus action? I can do that. So using my bead, does that count as casting a spell?
It does. You cast
It
a
does.
spell
Okay.
through
Yep.
it, yeah.
No worries. No worries. I just wanted to make sure. I'm going to. No, I've used all of my. I can't do anything. Okay. Let me see here. Do I try to or not? Yeah, I'll try to jump over here and see if I can do that.
Alright, yeah. Make an athletics check for that.
It's gonna come by probably before the end of tomorrow.
Let's hope so.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Alright, then you can easily jump
17. It's
up
coming.
there. Yeah, I'll trust you on that. Oh, there it is. And
Yep.
yes, with a swoop of athleticism never seen before, nice throw, she manages to vault over there. I guess.
And I'll just move a little bit further here, just to make sure that I'm not like. Yeah. I'll try to stay closer to Eirik as much as I can.
Alright. Then that will take us to the Dragon Centaur's turn. We'll kind of roar, which I won't do, otherwise I will hurt my throat. And then you just can feel this wave of heat emanate outwards. And you can see that around like a 5-foot radius, you can see the ground itself gets charred black, though the bubble itself stays completely safe, but you can see it kind of arcs one of its large gargantuan arms. And then almost like a underhand swing just hits your Borfiera, which on impact just flings you across the room the other way. I would say it will like hit you for... The ball is like weightless, right? As far as I'm concerned? Or like very
so.
light. I don't know how that works.
People can like move it.
Yeah, then I think a full throttle swing from this thing is gonna send you, let's just say 60 feet flying backwards, as you kind of pinch off the top of the pillar and just... So, I'll just move your token
Era's going for a roll.
as you hit in between these
Literally.
pillars, and you just get hit around there, but you sustain no damage as you're inside of the ball, but you do feel the heavy whiff there. And then it will immediately kind of dash, and it has 10 feet less movement, but still manages to get towards Jade.
I made it mad.
And you can see it kind of just leaps and then lands on the ground. And as it does so, you have to make a strength saving throw, as when it lands, the entire weight of it just shakes the ground around you. As well as the Darklight Maiden will also have to make a strength saving throw, which not the best, but you know. Wow. Wow. And she, I guess, also gets the boon from you, a +5.
Yeah, it says allies within 10 feet of me.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, +5 won't do much with that 9. So she gets knocked prone as the entire earth gets shaken. You have to stay steadfast. However, you can see that now it also uses its second arm to just kind of arc down and swing towards you, trying to hit you with one of its great axes. And was it 18? I believe it doesn't hit.
It does not.
So you take your shield in front of you and it just kind of arcs across it, but the weight is so heavy that you just kind of get flung to the side, leaving yourself a bit open, and it will try to use that opportunity to bite you as well. So you can see this large flaming maw coming down. Oh, and a natural 1. Wow.
Nice.
I will allow you to have an attack of opportunity as it leaves itself wide open, as it just bites the pillar next to you, leaving its neck exposed. You can take it if you want to.
Yes.
That was 28. You will hit it. For 19 damage.
And then I get something extra because it's my first item.
Yeah.
Or my
Your hex blades. Curse.
it gets a +4 to that damage.
Alright, +4. Make -4. That ends its turn. However, you can see in Fiera, especially after analyzing it, its heart, its molten heart kind of pump. And you can see magma spreading through its body, and the cracks it has sustained after you hit it inside of its neck kind of exposes it a bit, but this magma pours down, and as it touches the air and cools down, it kind of closes up the wound as it heals itself for a certain amount, which I won't disclaim. However, you might be able to figure that out. But you can see many of the wounds that he has sustained kind of just crack open as it stands back up, seeming to be a bit rusty after he has awoken from his long, long slumber. Nonetheless, that will take us to the Dark Light Maiden, who will... let's see. Will help you in the fights. So she will... Oh, and don't forget, Eirik and Icewell, you both have Bless still permanently casted on you. And so she will... cast Freedom of Movement on you, Jade. So you cannot be restrained by, or your movement doesn't get reduced by difficult terrain, and you cannot be paralyzed, and I think cannot be grappled or restrained. I just posted inside of the chat. That will probably make it easier.
Yes.
Exactly. So that is casted onto you right now as she kind of touches you, and you can feel this warmth and cold energy kind of going towards you as this weird holy symbol next to her neck kind of just illuminates. Alright, she will try to move. Standing there isn't that great. And she will kind of move this direction, which will not provoke an attack of opportunity. However, as she ends her turn, the Dragon Centaur will use one of his legendary reactions to make another Great Axe attack against you, Jade, after having hit it and sees you as the greatest threat, and will attempt to do so again. That was a 21.
Oh, and I can't use my reaction because I hit it. Dang it.
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Not. So this large Great Axe for 25 slashing damage as it heavily cleaves through your armor, and you have to make a strength saving throw as the heavy weight of it might knock you prone. Ah, no, it doesn't. As it slashes into you, you can see it goes into your shoulder, but you just keep yourself standing still without being knocked down. And that would take us to your turn. What do you do?
Oh, this thing's making me angry. Let's see. Computer, stop wigging out. Okay, so I want to... I'm gonna try to use my guided strike channel divinity. When I make an attack roll, I can use channel divinity to gain a +10 bonus. You can choose to...
Can do this after you.
Oh. Okay, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Just roll, and then if you miss, you can use it.
So I want to specifically aim for its core.
Alright. Wow. Its core is a bit high. It's like 15 feet up, so you will have to try and get to it. Unless you want to use your Eldritch Blast to kind of aim for it. But if you want to use your hammer, then that will be a little bit more difficult.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, not hammer, axe. Sorry. What did I say? Hammer.
Yeah. Alright, well, either way, I'm still gonna whack at it.
Alright. A 23.
I won't use the +10 on that.
Well, you do hit it, but barely, as you feel it strike its stone skin, but you manage to push enough that it kind of cleaves through it.
Oof.
Oof.
And then I get +4 on top of that.
Yep, that's 13 damage right there.
And then I'll go in for my second strike. That one will hit as well if the 23 hit.
Yep, definitely.
And then I'm also going to use a smite with it.
Alright.
I will use... Computer, can you cooperate for me so I can see what spell slots I have?
A difficult task to ask from a computer.
I'm not used to using my laptop, so like I don't have a regular mouse, and it's not wanting to let me scroll. I'll use a second level.
Alright, so that's 3d8. On top of that. Total of additional 18. Very nice.
And then...
Well, as you hit it with its smite, it will also retaliate and then cleave another great axe with his second arm, as he uses another one of his legendary reactions to kind of hit back at you. And with a 30, everyone was definitely hit. For another 18 slashing damage, and you have to make a strength saving throw as it hits you again. And I don't believe Hexblade's Curse is a concentration, right? That's just your ability.
Yeah, it's just my ability.
Okay, yes, then that's fine. But once again, you get cleaved in one shoulder and then into the other one. But you still stand there, facing off against it.
Well... used my bonus action, used my attack, so all I left is movement. I can't take much more beating because I will die. get 30 feet away from it. I know it's gonna try to hit me. I'm just praying that it misses.
Alright, it will most certainly hit you again. Was another one of his legendary reactions. And see, it was a 33.
Oh,
That one
God.
was definitely hits. For another 19 slashing damage as it comes clashing down. You do have to make a strength save to see if you can get away. We'll see if you get prone. Yes, easy enough. You kind of get cleaved in your back, and that kind of pushes you to the front as you kind of run past the maiden there. And I believe that ends your turn.
Yeah, as Jade gets hit, she just lets out a blood-curdling sound.
Yes, indeed. Irik, you see how Jade is trying to 1v1 this thing, but its heavy hits seem to be wounding her greatly as the fire pulsing everlasting Ember Guardian is hitting and wailing on her. So what do you do?
Oh, hey, I'm gonna poke my head around the pillar, the column, and just say to Isorel, do you think you need the health cannon, or can I use force against this guy?
Force, go all in. Go all in.
Okay. I'll pull out my cannon, screw on my force ballista cone to it, and I'll create my eldritch cannon, but I have to burn a spell slot for that because I've already used it once.
Alright. You can pull it in yourself this time, so I don't have to do anything.
I can.
Heck yeah. Finally, one thing less I need to do.
I just have to find it because there's a million things in this
True.
list here.
Yep, that is right.
Sure, there it is.
Very nice.
Alright, so I've created force ballista, so I'll quickly do that, and I'll poke around and I'll just cast the force ballista at this guy.
Very nice.
Bonus action, I'll activate it.
Yes.
I need to go find it now in my force ballista. Yep, it's a +9. You cunt! God damn it!
17 unfortunately won't hit this guy as it hits Stonic Sivir, but doesn't penetrate it.
My goddamn digital dice cocked
Oh, it's the worst.
on a D. It was on the 20.
Getting teased by the Indie Beyond here.
How does a digital dice get cocked?
That's a good question, my friend. Anything
Okay,
else?
that was action. That was bonus action. I'm going to now fly. 25 feet to there, or should I go? No. Can't make it there. I'm gonna fly. How high is the ceiling?
Ceiling's pretty high. It's like around 90 feet.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. So I'll go where I am. I'm not gonna fly anywhere. I'll just go straight up 25 feet.
Alright, so you're now 25 feet off the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I presume that ends your turn.
Yes,
That
it
would then
does.
take us to Fiera.
Step one, I'm gonna roll closer. Oops. Oh my god. Way too many clicks. So I'm in the middle of 4 squares right now.
Oh, are you? Did I accidentally put you there? Then just clip yourself to 1 square.
Okay. Yep, we're gonna roly poly. Boom. Lovely. So this thing hasn't spoken, right? Or like
No.
roared?
Well, it roared, but definitely didn't seem in any linguistic
Wait to
way.
communicate.
Yeah.
Okay. Can sound pass through the resilient sphere?
Yes, it can.
It can. Okay.
Oh, so you
I'll
heard
just-
Jade scream.
Yeah, no, I see the disaster of axes slamming down up there. Not much I can do about that at the moment. I guess I'll just yell out, are you part of the Infernal Opex Keepers? And see if there's any response.
You shout out. It's a bit muted. It's like behind the, glass stained wall. But
And it's crashing into the ground.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem to show any signs of recognition or care as you shout out. It seems to still be like focusing down Jade.
Okay. So this thing might be like the others and it just has a singular purpose. But if I were to make a creature for defense, I'd make a way to bypass it. All I can see from my square is it, and then all this destruction around me. Was there a pedestal it was on?
No, it was just standing in front of the kind of blocked off gate.
Okay. I will just study it then and look for some sort of celestial or arcane symbolism or sigils so I can figure out what its purpose is and if there's a way to bypass it, I guess, in the arcane sense.
Alright, yeah, then I guess make an Arcana check.
Oh.
29, wow.
Almost 30.
Yeah, well, it definitely, you get the sense this is construct-like. You have now encountered a couple of
It is a
constructs,
construct.
and it seems to be moving that way, especially because it has this very, a obvious core that is, literally powering it, and that's the sense
Yeah.
that you get. Though it acts as a beating heart, you get the sense this is it is getting completely fueled by it. And as you're kind of studying it and just, focusing your attention on this core specifically, you saw how once it like pumped, and it happens like every now and again as it kind of gets active, that it refuels itself with energy and heals it for 50 HP, quite a bit. But you assume that there is probably some sort of arcane sigil that allows this heart to function. And you can potentially put it out of effect. The other thing that you're studying is its form. The stone is like heavily was still under the effects of erosion, and so it has, it's like crumbling and dusting. It's like falling apart as it's moving. So you think that the core itself is like the only reason why it's still able to move is because its core is like continuously rejuvenating it. However, it seems very brittle, meaning it's probably prone to like more bludgeoning type damage, or maybe even acid or thunder. Things that can crack its exterior might potentially kind of break its form and its ability to heal fast enough. So it's kind of, it's the super powered magic, but it's very, very broken physical body is its current limitation. But as far as you're concerned, this thing has been set to guard here, and you don't see any arcane or logical ostrich or way to kind of bypass it. It just literally seems like a sentinel that's stationed here to let no one pass.
Okay, and then there's an arcane way to turn the heart into healing, but I haven't found that yet. That'd probably be next step if I want to turn that off.
Yeah, I would have to figure out. Like, you ascertained it's probably a strong magic thing that has kind of turned this heart into a power source core that is tied to its body, and you might potentially be able to dispel it, though probably needs quite a bit of magical juice in order to do so. It won't kill it, but it might stop it from rejuvenating.
Okay. Then to keep it simple for a couple seconds to everyone. The heart is everything. Unless you can do a lot to that body, we need to turn off the heart. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, that will take us to Isawell.
Okay. I hear the heart is everything. I will walk up a little bit, face that thing, and I will put my hand forward and try to cast Dispel Magic on the heart at 6th level.
All right.
I'm putting everything I got in there.
Okay. Very nice. As you kind of came towards it, you can see the pulsing energy that vibrates out. You will have to make your wisdom modifier, just a straight wisdom check, and the DC will be a 17. Oh man, it's super even more tense because the wall's gonna come so late. You are blessed, so you can add a D4.
Yes.
I will allow that.
That's
Yes.
That's what I was gonna look. Yes.
It is
Okay.
technically not. You don't get ability checks, but I'll allow it for this. I'll allow it. This is
Because
important.
it's for it's for a spell, right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Okay. Okay. This.
Oh. The D4. Whoa! Oh, that's a 4. That is a 4. As you can see, you're draining your magic against it, but you can
Yes.
see it
You
resists.
can see the veins in my neck bulging, and like there's a sweat there's like sweat beads purling on my forehead, and my hand is shaking.
Yes, and as you see that physically and magically, there's not enough power inside of you, and you feel that, but you continue striving towards it. You remember your purpose, the oath you have sworn, and this is within the path that you have dedicated yourself, and you can feel 6 wings engulfing your body. Many eyes open up as you get lent the power of the dark light that kind of fuels you and breaks the spell that is rejuvenating this guardian. And you can see, and Fiero, you can also see a minor explosion inside of the heart as it pumps one time, and the magma falls out and the cracks start to leak. And you can see as its ever shambling body is kind of still moving around, the cracks don't reclose anymore, and the sigil that was inscribed inside of its heart has been broken.
Yeah. Yeah. And you'll see Isorel is kind of breathing heavy, and she'll just grab a potion and bonus action potion of healing.
Very nice.
So
Then.
this here, and then 2d4 added to that. 1, 2, there it is.
Oh, the
Okay.
rolls are coming in faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I realized that for some reason my Google Chrome had 15 instances open at the same time, so I
wow.
foreshut a few of them, and now it's working fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a little
that
easier.
will probably help.
15 times faster.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay, any movement?
Yep. I'm gonna go back next to Eirik.
Alright.
Well, I'm
I'll-
flying, but
Yeah, but I mean, like I'm just going back to my little hidey hole, and I'll just yell out, "Give it all you got. The heart's not working anymore."
Okay, that will end your turn, and that will take us to
Yes.
the Dragon Centaur, who kind of looks... can see it try to stabilize itself after a big portion of its magic has been kind of taken off itself, and it looks aggressively...
Nope, not damage.
towards-
Heal. Oops.
Oops,
I did the
yeah.
same thing I always do. I'm damaging myself instead of healing.
It will. You can see... yes, it will kind of... will it make it... yeah, you know what? He's kind of pissed, so he will leap all the way over here. Crashes down there. You have to make a strength saving throw as he lands there, as you can feel the entire floor quake and shake beneath your feet.
Saving throw? Okay, wait. I have a 4. A
Oh,
D4
oh, that was a normal
saving
strength
throw?
check. It has to be a saving throw.
Oh, oh.
So you can keep
Yeah,
the 4, but it has to be a saving throw.
I mean, it's +0 anyways.
Well, the rule is, if you click the wrong one, we have to
Okay.
reroll. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's even better.
Whoa, it's even better.
It's even better.
22. So you
It's even better.
managed to stay on your feet, and you can see it is pissed.
And I am pissed as well.
You are indeed. And what it will do is, that was bonus action to leap towards you, and it will make a...
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Kind of, it leaps there, and then it will kind of just charge through you for another 50 feet all the way to Jade. And as it does so, it kind of slashes with its great axes all around itself. So you, and even you 25 feet up in the air, Eirik, have to make a dexterity saving throw, as well as Jade, as it kind of just runs through, kind of stampeding through the entire area and just trying to slash anything in its vicinity. Fiera, you kind of get knocked back a bit again.
Sure.
I'll just
Pinball.
yeah, I'll just move you all the way back over here as you kind of get knocked over there. So what do we have?
A 9.
13.
A 9, a 13, and Jade was a 25. So Jade, you actually take no damage. However, Isorel and Eirik, you both take 25 slashing damage and are knocked prone as well. You get knocked 15 feet away. So for
Oh, that
Isorel,
would have killed me.
you get dropped right over there. Eirik, I say you just get pushed 15 feet in the other, well, also in the same direction, kind of 15 feet over there. And as it kind of goes to you, Jade, you just stuck in the last moment as it goes over you. And then it will use its final bite attack against you, Jade, as it kind of stops its charging attack. And the last thing you just see is this large smoke coming towards you after you dodge under one of its strikes. And here it comes. The bite attack was a 26. You still have your action, though.
Oh, I can use shield. That'll give me just enough.
All right.
That'll give me a 25.
Well, it has a 26.
Oh, no, so it'll still hit, so I won't use that.
All right. Then you take a total of 28 damage as it kind of bites the side of you.
Jade goes down.
Do you have the necklace on? I don't think so. I think it was only Eirik and Isorel, right?
I don't have it now.
Then indeed you go down. Do you have an inspiration?
No, because I've been gone for a while.
Damn. All right. Then that ends its turn as it bites into Jade, and you can see her fall down as part of her body bursts into flames. However, you don't see any of the wounds of the Dragon Centaur healing. That ends its turn. That will take us to the Darklight Maiden, who will run all the way here and then cast a 4th level Cure Wounds on you to get you back up to speed. Hopefully this works the way it's supposed to. So you get healed for 23 plus 16, which is 39 total.
Ooh.
As you get brought back to life, as you kind of... And she doesn't really run, she kind of more floats there with the one wing out. When you kind of once again see her places her hands over you, and this radiant energy flows from her body into yours as you kind of get brought back to life from the dead. That will end her turn, however. And that will take us to you, Jade, as you kind of knocked on the ground. Remember, you're prone, but you kind of stand up, feeling a bit of energy. However, you see the big figure, the Dragon Centaur, looming over you. What do you do?
Mm. I'm gonna use a bonus action to use my lay of hands on myself to give me 35 more HP.
Alright, very nice.
Good idea. Good idea. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Says the healer who's going, good.
Yes. Yes. I'm hiding. Like, good one. Good one.
And then I'm gonna swing with my great axe.
Oh, isn't Lay of Hands? Oh, Lay of Hands is a bonus action now.
Yes.
Nice, okay.
Yes.
18
And then
Oh,
I'm gonna give the plus 10 for my channel divinity.
alright, the 28 will definitely hit it.
Plus the 4 from the hex.
Doesn't the hex drop because you went down?
Let me go back and look at it. It's worded weird because it's like
Let me see. That's under your class features.
Oh yeah, until I'm incapacitated, so it doesn't get that.
Yeah. But still, 19 damage. 15 damage it takes.
And then I'm gonna do it again.
Yes, sir.
26 will hit it. For another 18 damage. So it's chipping away on its large body. See large chunks of stone being carved out. Very nice. And as you do that, however, it will retaliate once again and cleave down with one of its great axes. As it is angry as you hit it. It was a 34. That one most definitely hits. A heavy hit it is 23. Back! And a strength saving throw once again as it's trying to push you to the ground. 21 still managed to save. You are not bent, even with its force. Anything else you would like to do?
It just yells at it. I will not fall to you.
Very nice. Alright, and with that, we will go to a sudden break because I have to pee so bad. I am so sorry. But we'll catch you guys in a minute and continue with this fight. Alright, bye. And we are back, jumping right into things. And off Jade's turn as you chunk pieces of its body away. You can see it crumbling. How it's still standing mighty and strongly. Eirik.
Okay, just to flash back to the damage I took from him. Shield of Faith with my shell shield is concentration, so I need to roll Constitution.
Yes. Thank you for reminding. It's a 14, makes it, I think. Definitely wasn't 28 damage or more, right? 25, yes, that makes it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that stays up. I'm going to fly 25 feet this way, and how tall is he?
He's like 20 feet tall.
Okay, so I'll fly 25 feet this direction, then I'll put myself angled 10 more feet up, so I'm 35 feet high. Okay, that disappeared. Okay, 35 feet. Cool. As we're going by him, bonus action, I'll activate the cannon. So we'll do this again, +9. come on.
A 12 plus 9 is a 21. Will unfortunately not hit it. As you shoot and the stone seems to be...
Oh, +4, bless.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
That might
Attack
change
rolls.
it. Oof! A 22 will still barely miss on that hit, unfortunately. As it seems Eirik has not been blessed as much.
Yeah, goddamn stupid. Okay. I'm like shaking the cannon, like, come on. I will cast as an action. Will that be smart? No, what if I do that instead? What's this? Hold on. I'm going to cast with Fey Touched. I'm going to use my free use of Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh, interesting. So let's make a wisdom saving throw. It will do. Was it 15? It fails. So it
takes psychic damage.
does to move away.
Use its reaction if available to move as far away from you as it can using the safest route.
Alright, I guess it's upwards. So it will run 50 feet all the way over here.
Goodbye.
As it tries to get away, its mind seems to stir. And oh, funnily enough, though it is a construct, most constructs don't really have a psyche, it still reacts to the spell. As it
Do
seems
I
to be...
get to attack?
I don't know if it's forced movement. It probably says in the spell. If it doesn't specify...
I mean, it says, if available, to move as far away from you as it can.
Alright, then yes, you get a attack of opportunity. As a 24, you will hit.
Nice. Sweet.
So for 12 damage there. Which it will take as you chunk out its leg, carving a bit into its lower calves from its hind legs as it runs away, kind of shaking its head. Exhaling a large amount of fire as it looks angrily back towards you. Anything else, Eirik?
No, that is it. I've
Alright.
used all my actions.
Then that will take us to Fiera.
Yes, I now have a goal as a player to not cast another spell this fight. I still win. So I'm gonna move towards. Oh, I'm in a shoot. I'm in a weird spot again.
I mean, just
Can you
put
go
this over here.
upstairs with the bubble?
Oh, it's fine. So I'm gonna roll over here. Yeah, I will roll up to it. And then out of my bag, I'm gonna take out the immovable rod, place it against the barrier, and then click it.
Oh wow, okay. Interesting. To keep yourself in place.
Yep. And that'll be my turn. See what happens.
Yes. Alright, then I will take us to Isowell.
Alright, so bonus action healing word on Jade.
Hmm.
Here you go, my friend. And then, hold on a minute. There's 6 more coming your way. There you go. There you go. So 36 total.
That helps. Thank you.
Yep. Yep, that's it. And then I'll just once I've helped Jade a little bit, right? Yes. Okay. I'll turn around and cast a firebolt at it,
All right.
because that's what I do. I heal and I shoot fire out of my finger. I miss.
Yeah, the kind of fiddles out before it even
I'm
reaches
not
it.
even gonna use my bless, because I mean,
Yeah.
I miss.
Yeah.
I miss.
All right. Unfortunately, that does happen.
Yeah.
Any movement?
Yes. Movement. Oops. Nope. Not this type here. I'm going to move back a little bit because I am trying to stay as close as possible to Irie.
All right. That will end your turn. Take us to its turn. We'll kind of look at you all angrily. And then it will step all the way kind of over here. Looking at you all, you can see its eyes glow suddenly. And then it passes up its chest, and you can see the crack in between where its molten heart is. Starts to glow stronger as it takes a deep inhale. And then you can just see this miasma of magma shoot out in a 90-foot cone in front of itself. Which will...
Big.
That is big.
hit all of you. Actually, then it might... You know what? It will place itself a little bit differently. Still has some movement. All the way to the end of here to try and get you all inside of its cone. So from its point...
Yeah.
And it will even reach you, Eirik. You're 35 feet in the air. However, cone spreads out. It is 3D. And it would reach all the way here. And most importantly, all of you have to make a dexterity saving throw. And not only that, as the magma kind of falls to the ground, it stays there. And becomes difficult terrain, and it stays molten as it continues to burn on the ground, and it's only cooling slowly. So, also, well, the maiden also has to make a dexterity saving throw.
And it gets the +5.
Yeah, with an 18. Manages.
I get a 22.
Very nice.
6. Oh no,
8.
8.
Amazing. Well,
Hey. Good job.
anyone who got less than 18 will take the full amount of damage of 44 fire damage. And anyone who saved only takes half of that.
I'm down.
So 22.
Don't you have like resistance to like fire or stuff?
Yeah, you take 22, Eirik,
Okay.
since you are resistant to fire.
I'm not down.
Okay, that's good to know. It's important to distinguish. All right, so the red area now is considered difficult terrain. And if you end your turn, you will be ending your turn in magma. And
I just imagine Fiera in her bubble just looking at the fire go over her and be like, oh well.
actually,
I've done this before. I have dove into lava with this bubble.
I often think because your entire bubble gets covered in magma and it's cooling down. So if you don't move from a space, you will probably be encased in stone, as it's slowly.
I can just imagine like Fiera looking at the magma
It's like
around her like,
like an
yeah.
aquarium.
might be time to move.
And then
I hate
it
that.
will use its bonus action to kind of leap if it's roll 20 will allow me to grab. No, my roll 20 is currently... It's also quite slow. Ah, there it goes. We'll leap 50 feet all the way in the center of all of this. You can see some of the magma just get spread around it. However, that will, in its turn, actually, the maiden has to make a constitution saving throw to see if she remains concentration on freedom. Wow, natural 20. Freedom of movement is still on you, Jade, so you're still undeterred by difficult terrain. Now it's important to remember that. This will take us...
And then my roll for Constitution.
Exactly. Yes, you also
Plus-
save.
Okay.
A
I
14.
don't think freedom movement's concentration.
Oh,
I think it just
oh, you're right, it isn't.
concentration's 1 hour. Yep.
Yep, then, well, she rolled a natural 20 just to flex.
Yep.
That is her turn. Well, on her turn, she will move out of the magma, obviously. And we'll kind of try to see who is the most damage. Seeing Ivik getting hit pretty badly there. And we'll cast a 3rd level healing word towards you. Try and heal you. Actually, I have to
Thank
see
you, maiden.
if she is close enough. If not, she will move. So you will heal 23. Yeah, you should be definitely within 60 feet. Right. To use my assistance. Assistant, tell me. Yes.
Yep, 55.
All right. And then she will use her action with a cantrip and do a Toll the Dead. 'Cause why the hell not?
Boing.
Towards the thing, so he has to make a wisdom saving throw, if I remember correctly. Wow, natural 20. He takes literally 0 damage as he resists the necrotic damage there. That ends her turn. Will take us to Jade. What do you do?
Jade want to do? I'm gonna move in to hit him.
All right.
Oh,
Oh boy.
me.
Well, he will use his reaction to kind of retaliate as you see that you're opening yourself and exposing yourself. Was a 29, and will definitely retaliate. Dealing a total of 25 slashing damage, and you have to make another strength saving throw. It's a 25. You will still stay on your feet. That was your first hit.
I'm gonna use my second channel divinity to make that a 23.
A 23 will barely hit it as you manage to once again, with the divine guidance of your ancestors, find a spot that is a bit weaker to carve through. A total of 11 damage.
Mark down that I used this stuff. It's located. I'm going to be opening myself up for an attack, but I'm going to move out of the way.
Alright. Well, I also forgot to say that. I don't think I've done this, but if I did, then I'm sorry. You can only use one reaction per turn, but you can use multiple reactions per round. So once it hits you once, obviously you can't, it's still your turn. He can't do a second one during your turn. So he has to already use his reaction on your turn, so he can't do anything. That ends your turn.
Okay.
And that takes us to Eirik. I apologize if I accidentally did it twice in a turn. I always forget that. Anyways, Eirik, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Full movement, 25 feet this direction. I'm trying to now get a scout of things that were behind him down the hall we were traveling. So I'm moving forward in that direction. And I'll turn around and I'll do another force cannon.
All right.
You cocksucker!
It gets shot there. It kind of turns its head now back, looks at you angrily, and will retaliate because you feel so bad with a firebolt. It just opens its maw and it shoots a ball of fire towards you. Let's see if it hits you. It was a 24. I presume it definitely does.
It does, but do I use shield? Do I use shield? Do I use shield?
Do it. Use it.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
it.
using shield.
Alright, so you don't take the 30 fire damage that you would have otherwise sustained as the probably like almost fire energy by yourself kind of absorbs it a bit, and then the fire flies around you as you can hear the voice of Tolva inside of you kind of respond. Everlasting embers, a mighty foe precedes even myself. And it kind of chuckles in response to what you are fighting right now.
You. What an asshole. Okay, so that was bonus action. Action. I'm going to measure distance in a second. Okay, still that far away from him. I am going to try Toll the Dead on him.
All right. Then it will make a wisdom saving throw. That was a 24. It unfortunately makes it.
God damn it.
I guess that's the end of your turn. That was everything you could do.
Yeah.
All right. Fiera.
Yeah. Okay. So while I'm in the bubble, my speed is half to 15. So if I half again, it's 7.5. Does that round up or down?
Usually down.
Okay.
Ah,
so I
but-
can move 5 feet.
I will say, kind of being a bubble is unique. I would say you don't gain the negative benefits from the difficult terrain. However, I will say you are literally stuck inside of it, and you have to make a check to try and move through the molten lava. So if you manage to get out,
Okay, so is it molten or is it like hardened, where if I end the bubble, I can kind of just walk out?
it is still molten, but it's slowly cooling down and turning into stone. So it's like a mixed state. It's still very hot stone, and parts of it are liquid.
And there's enough to be covering me.
Yeah, but you can also see that it's like kind of droopy, and uncovering it might potentially put you at risk of touching it.
Okay. So what do I have to do to move out of this in the bubble then? What check is that?
It will be an athletics check to try and push the bubble hard enough to try and break free. The DC won't be super high. It hasn't solidified yet. But yeah.
I have a -2.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think I already knew what I'm doing later, so let's get this turn over with. I have to get the rod later anyways. I don't want to take an action for that, so bubble's gonna disappear, and I will try to run out of the magma.
Okay.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then make a dexterity check. I would say the DC is 15. Dexterity saving throw. The DC is 15. Dexterity saving throw. Oh, you manage,
Get out of here.
and you don't take any damage as you sneakily manage to weave your way through the trooping lava as soon as your bubble disappears. And you also see this kind of this code or this little sphere that is now being created, like a little hut.
10. I'll go over here.
I
Okay.
just I just imagine Fiera being like, hoop, 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 hoop. Sorry.
She doesn't
Holding
run.
her- Holding
she-
her skirts and being like, oopsie.
Pretty much. Yeah, I don't think this will matter, but you can make a con save as I'm gonna try to make it go prone with sapping sting.
All right, saving strain, constitution save. So let's see.
I'm sure it's horrible.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Oh, it just made it
Oh, it
17.
beats it. Okay.
Ah,
Barely make it.
yeah, barely made it. But yeah, its constitution seems to be
That's fine.
quite strong.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Then, at the end of your turn, it will use its last reaction to. Ooh, who does it want to go for? Actually, you know what? It will step all the way towards you, Isorel,
God damn it.
ending its turn. Well, and that's the start of your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna poof.
All right.
Poof. Because there's no way I want to stay next to that thing. So that was my bonus action. And then I'll do, well, it's the only action I can do, so yeah.
A
Come on,
fireball.
I'm blessed, I'm blessed,
Yeah, you're blessed.
I'm blessed.
Ooh, close. But unfortunately, not quite
God
enough as the
damn it.
fire. It kind of does hit it, but it almost like absorbs it in a weird way. And
Run, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, jump down. And hide. I'm not really hiding, but
yeah,
you know.
you're taking
hide.
cover. I say, like behind the
Yeah.
pillar, you do have half cover.
Yeah,
So you
I'm just trying. I'm like, please don't touch me. Stay away from me.
Yes. All right. Then that will take us to its turn. Gets all of its reactions back, and let's see if he gets his molten wave back.
Please
It
don't.
doesn't.
Thank you.
So it will instead. What will you use? Yeah, you know what? You can see he kind of now curls in his wings. You can see once again a pump of its heart pulses the fiery energy, and you can see its wings kind of jolt open and then kind of extending itself with flames. Its small wings kind of extend now into large wings that are now made out of fire. As it now has these fiery wings around itself, and with that it does gain a flying speed and will in fact use it to fly towards you and go up to where you are, Eirik, and you can just see it flying towards you with its maw open in an attempt to bite you out of the sky. Let's see if he manages to do so with a natural 20. Wow, that is a heavy hit.
So I can actually stop there. You
Okay.
don't have to worry about
Yes.
damage.
Yes.
Seeing the last few seconds of combat, and Eirik getting... I probably see him getting swallowed, I assume.
Yeah.
I'll use my reaction to reverse.
Oh, okay.
And I have been keeping track of at least damage and abilities and stuff, but
All right.
where everybody was, not so much.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Then we will reverse back to the start of Jade's turn. So it will go back there.
Mm-hmm.
Icewell, you were kind of around here.
Yep, I was somewhere around there.
And just for what people used, Eirik, you use shield, so you can get that slot back. Izrael, you poof, you can get that back. Jade, you used your channel divinity. And then you also healed for 25. Reverse that. And then give 11 damage back to the dragon. Because it only took 11 damage that round.
Yeah. Alright,
Okay.
And I'll
and
go back
my
into
health-
that bubble.
So
yeah.
I don't know
you-
where my health's supposed to be.
You can you healed for 25, so just undo that.
Well, I also took damage too.
Oh, so you took 25 damage, so that's what you heal
Yeah, you
when you moved away.
exactly.
Yes.
You took 25 damage, so you can heal 25 damage now.
Yes.
Just-
that's-
Yeah,
Okay.
regain
Give
the
yourself 25 HP, yeah.
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 And then you-
Alright, and
and then your channel
Wick,
divinity.
you stood somewhere else, right? You were like a bit.
I was on the corner here of this platform.
Exactly. So just move yourself there.
Yep.
And then I think we kind of got it, which means I think Icewell, you were kind of.
Yeah, I was right here. I was right
Oh, yeah,
next
yes.
to Eirik.
And I think he was a little bit further back, right? He was kind of.
Yeah,
here,
I think, yeah,
or even
something like
here,
that.
Yeah. All right, the turn starts over again as Fiera, you see all of this happening, and
Yep.
time gets spun back as you see
Round
everything
2.
unfold differently. Jade, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm down to 1, Jack.
All right.
Everybody's been taking some damage, so let's see. How would Jade handle this? I don't have the spell available to my list, so I have to actually look it up.
Ooh, the Dark Knight was first. Which never took a turn. Wait, yes, she did.
Yeah, she was after the dragon, so she never got her
Oh,
turn.
yeah, okay, yeah. Ah, yeah.
Sorry, I'm like rethinking everything real fast.
No worries.
Yep.
So everybody's in the sphere. Okay, so Jade pulls out from her bag a scroll of mass cure wounds.
All right.
That she's been hanging on to, trying to figure out when to use it, and this seems like a good point. So it's choose up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius centered on a point that I can see. So I'm basically centering it. You guys see that sphere?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I do at least. I don't know if the others.
I don't.
Oh, I think you made it
No.
so it's hidden. But I can confirm it is everyone.
So everybody gains 5d8 plus my spell casting ability modifier, which would be 5.
Wow, 23, pretty good. Plus 5.
Good
that's
rolls.
28, yeah, that's really good. Damn, 6,
We all
6.
gained. So we all gained how much?
28.
28.
Alright. I presume you also
then-
healed the Darklight Maiden as well?
Yes.
Okay.
She's been keeping me alive, so. And then after that. let's see. I'm going to poof over here. This is my bonus action. And I'm gonna kind of crouch down behind this little pillar thing.
Alright, the broken pillar. Yes, yes, yes. Can definitely do that. Hiding there will give you some cover. So that will give you 3/4 cover. Or depending on the angle, of course. It's at the end of your turn.
Yes.
Then that will take us to Eirik. A second chance,
Come on.
perhaps.
Let's do this again. We're gonna fly 25 feet. Turn around, force ballista.
Let's go.
Still
Wow.
not good.
No.
Son of a fucking goddamn bitch, stupid. Fuck. Just don't want to waste doing that. I'm gonna. God. I'm so mad. I'm gonna use my action to dash, keep going away from him.
Alright.
And I'm gonna fly another 20 feet up.
Okay.
55 feet in the air.
55. Well, technically also plus 15 from because you were 55 on the heightened one up. So that's 70 from the ground level.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Alright. That will then end your turn, which will take us to Fiera. Actually, it will use its reaction to move once again.
Can I just quick one, just
Yeah.
right as my turn ends, as I'm flying, dashing away, looking towards the gate ahead of us, what does the gate look like?
Yes, it seems to be like a large kind of stone gate, and there are all these flanking pillars that go down this hallway, and there also seem to be some in front of there, but they seem to have been crumbled in front of it. You don't know if they have been purposely placed in front of it, almost like blocking and shutting it, or if just you see pillars kind of fall down or fell down everywhere, if that just happened naturally. So you just see this gargantuan gate with, you know, big murals of a dragon kind of depicted on it, several dragons even, but, you know, you can't make out the details in this quick rush. But yeah, and you don't seem to see any obvious lock or stuff like that, except for the large pillars that are just physically blocking it.
Good, thank you.
Yup. Fiera.
Okay.
Yeah, so same thing as before. Would I be able to get advantage since I've done this before and I kind of know the timing a little bit better?
Yeah, you know what? Yes, I will give you advantage since you're the only one who has the recollection of what has happened in that time.
And that's it. I jump. Oh,
Wow,
as before,
same
actually.
roll. You just mimic your movement 1-to-1. Makes perfect
Yep.
sense.
Let's go over here. Okay, so it's slightly better than before. I guess I have to use spells. I'll just yell out to everyone. Get ready! It can fly! And shoot more fire from its mouth than this lava. Yeah, I guess let's go big. I don't think I can get a slow on this thing. It seems resistant. So, round 2 of this spell, I once again start creating this black vortex in between my hands. And this starts to look like almost like a galaxy is forming of black space. There's like white lights that are starting to appear. There's a center, very bright light at its core. And I will shoot it out at this dragon centaur. It has to make a dex save.
A dex save. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Here it comes. A 19.
Do I have to chrono shift? I don't want to. But I would like to hit with this spell sometime this campaign.
I mean, against the flowers.
I was gonna say this, but okay, I'll use my reaction, and I will try to, as it probably sees it coming, it feels doom. I'll try to slow it down with chrono shift.
Alright. Second one. By the way, it only has a +2 to its dex save, so this was just some lucky roll.
I see that. No, I see that. Please.
I was 11, it fails!
Okay. So as this black sphere, it's heading toward it, it starts to grow to almost the same mass as this dragon centaur, and when it hits, there's no impact, but it more like gets consumed by it, and its body starts to like vibrate very quickly and start to become almost see-through as its body and soul are getting disentangled from reality and are getting disintegrated. Wink, wink. So it takes 73 force damage
Heck
from Fiera's disintegrate.
God damn! It does indeed, as this vortex of just pure space energy warps towards it, and as it kind of turns around, sees it, just a large chunk of its torso, of its like quadruple torso just gets pulled apart and sucked in, almost like a black hole has appeared there, leaving it exposed and open and heavily damaged. And you can see, definitely has a heavy wound there.
And then don't want to get too much of his ire. Start backing up. Yep. Again, it can fly. Get ready.
All right. That will take us to Isorel's turn.
Yes. Okay.
Well, actually, at the end of Fiera's turn, it will look angrily towards you, and it will shoot a fireball to you instead of Eirik. This time around.
It'll hit. I already know.
Unleashing it. Yeah, it was 29.
Yeah.
And you take
That's
25
That's
fire damage in retaliation to the 73 you've just dealt it. But now,
Okay.
it is your turn, Isorel.
I hear that. And I will. You will see Isorel use a new spell for the first time. She will look into her pouch and get her little vial inlaid of gold. She will open up the screw and just on the ash that is there, and on the other side of this big thing right here, she will summon a fire elemental straight from her imagination from hell, the way she remembers them.
Alright, a fire elemental.
Yes, it will be right there.
And it
So-
goes-
It shares my initiative count. And as it comes into the world, I will tell to it in Draconic. I know it understands any languages, but I just tell to it in Draconic, kill that thing.
Alright.
And I'll just prepare myself, whip out the new staff that Fiera gave me, and I'll just brace myself. I will take the dodge action. No, I can't. It's a bonus action. I'll just whip out the thing and just get ready and brace myself.
Alright.
With the staff in hand.
Yes. Okay.
And so it's turn.
It is. It's
The fire elemental turn, because it goes right after me.
Yep. Alright. Okay, I have to open its character sheet.
Yes. So it has 2 attacks. Because I cast it at 5th level.
Alright, okay, yeah, then it will be
Yep.
different from the normal fire elemental's stat sheet.
Yes. Yes. It's this one right here. Oops, hold on. It is this here. Oh, sweet, nice. Love that.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's
Beautiful.
very different.
Really long.
Beautiful.
So which level did you cast it at?
5th level. So it has the spirit makes a number of slam attacks equal to half the spell's level rounded down. So 2.
And it has 60 HP.
Yes.
So I'll make this 60. And well, I guess you have its character sheet. Then you can make the
Yes,
attack.
I do have
rolls.
its character sheet.
Then
Yes.
it makes more sense for you to make the attack rolls. So.
Yes. So bonus equal to your spell attack modifier. Alright, so it's a d20. It's basically I'll just make a spell attack for it.
Yes.
Because it's the same thing.
Yep.
So that will be the first slam right there. Oh man, it was almost a 20.
This unfortunately misses.
Yeah. And that will be the second one.
22 also barely misses it. It's fiery form, unfortunately.
Wait! It has advantage because of me.
Does it?
Well, yeah, because I'm flanking.
Well, okay, flanking is after a certain size of a creature, flanking doesn't work anymore because it's just too big.
Alright, okay. Alright.
Yeah,
Okay then. Oh well.
and it's definitely a little bit too big
Dang
for
it.
that. But yeah, you still have your movement. You're still standing on very hot magma or lava, I should say.
Oh right, I have my bonus action. Oof. I forgot about that.
And your normal movement if you wish to move.
Yep, I'm going into my hidey hole.
Okay,
That is not really a hidey hole, but it's a hidey hole.
Winston repeats. Then at the end of your turn, it will make a great attack against the sun fire elemental that has
Yes.
appeared here. Ooh, yeah, that will definitely hit.
Yeah.
Dealing a total of 22. Obviously, isn't a crit. He doesn't have advantage. And I think the fire elemental is immune to being prone, so he doesn't have to worry about that.
It is immune to prone. Wait, hold on. It is resistant to. No, it's immune to fire, poison, exhaustion, paralyzed, petrified, or poison.
Yeah, he's just taking slashing damage.
Yep.
So 22.
Okay.
Actually, I will keep track of its HP since it's already
Okay.
on the token.
Yep.
All right, so that
Sweet.
ends your turn. I will take us to its turn. Oof! It will look angrily towards you, Fiera. Who could have guessed seeing you there? However, it's its turn again, so we'll see if it gets this molten wave back.
Don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Thank you.
And as such, it will just hit the fire elemental once again with his great axe. Slamming was a 21. I think it will basically be impossible for him to. It was 31. Wow.
It's almost gone already.
Yeah, but wasting its
Doing his
attack.
job.
And then with a second.
It's deflecting the blows.
Not the bite. Well,
Oh my god.
Goodbye, fire elemental.
ooh, I accidentally actually want to make a second great axe attack. So I will say this doesn't count. So he wastes this natural 20 there. He did want to make a great axe attack. I apologize. But it's 23 either way.
Goodbye, fire elemental.
Yeah, the fire elemental is gone either way.
Yep.
As the
Yep,
large
yep.
cleaves there. However,
It
using
did nothing except deflect the blows.
which is quite big. That's more than 50 damage that he's taking there. And then the centaur will leap 50 feet towards you. You have to make a strength saving throw. See if you get knocked prone as it lands next to you.
I'm sure Fiera has just as much.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow! Unfortunately, that is just barely not enough. You need 18.
That's why I needed that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no! The DC for this is 17. So you make it. It's the only saving throw that is 17. So you actually
my
managed to
God.
stand your ground as you get shaken away. However, as you're shaking, its bite attack does come for you instead. Oh, was it 15?
Oh, I used my reaction.
Oh,
right?
you did.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately,
Did you?
does. Yeah, to chrono
When I
shift.
chronal shift.
Oh, when you refist. Oh.
So, well, relatively
it was
low.
worth it. It's fine.
So
I
you
know.
only take 23 damage as he bites into you there. Ending its turn. And with ending its turn, the cone of magma also disappears, freeing up the space. It's no longer difficult terrain and no longer dangerous to step inside of it. This will take us to the Dark Light Maiden's turn. Well, actually, where the hell is it? There it is.
Oh, actually, I think it landed on the movable rod.
Well, it's so huge. It's, you know,
Oh, it
yeah.
probably can't tell.
Yeah. Looking around, it's who's the most damaged here? Who can she help? You know what? It will, since no one seems to be in immediate danger, I presume.
No.
Can go towards here.
I mean, not immediate. Oh, no, definitely not.
And then she will just cast, I guess, a guiding bolt towards it at level 2. Because why not? Why the hell not? Guiding bolt. Wow, and a natural 20. Sheesh! Dark Maiden is hitting. Oh, no, oh, not level 3, level 2. For a total, damn.
Nice.
That is, why does it do it so weird?
30.
Does it get the 4 and 2? Oh, it's the higher level cast. Wait.
Yeah.
I'm confused. How much is Guiding Bolt? It's 2d8, right?
Yes.
So it's only the, why is it 46?
Hold on. Guiding bolt.
Crazy?
Good.
Oh, it's on a hit, the target takes 46 radiant damage. Really? Is it 46? Am I crazy?
Did it update with 2024?
Guiding bolt. 46 radiant damage. Yep.
Oh, wow. Then, yes, this is the damage. Holy shit. Well, the new rules that we have is max damage on the initial rolls, and then you roll again. So 46 is 24 plus another 46 you rolled, which is 11, which would make this a 35 total damage that she shoots, and he gets enveloped in radiant flames, and he will obviously look angrily back and shoot a firebolt back towards her. Seeing this happen, it was 29 most definitely hits as she takes 23 fire damage. I don't think she is concentrating on any spells at the moment, so she will just kind of take it, using up one of his reactions there. That kind of ends her turn, which will now take us to Jade.
Come on, Jade.
I'm gonna pop out from behind this pillar. This thing right now. So I'm gonna shoot my 3 Eldritch Blasts. And the first one I get advantage on, right?
Yep.
Is it the Guiding Bolt?
Yep. Wow, and there it is. Back-to-back natural 20s. Here we go. So once again, max damage on the first one. And then the roll. See what it is. That is 1d10 plus 5. So that's 15 plus 9, which is 24 damage on that first one. As you shoot in the side legs, and it's starting to look a little bit weary. 18 was the second one, will unfortunately miss. And another natural 20. Holy, Jade is back at it again. Can you believe it? Holy shit.
What are these when I'm trying to do my smites? Like, come on. Not as exciting.
Okay, still 17 is still a lot. As these 2 big blasts of your shadowy energy.
Well, my Eldritch Blast is 2d10 plus 5, so that would be 25 just base damage.
Is it 2d10? Isn't it 1d10?
It's 2d10 because of my level.
Does it increase with level? I thought you just get more beams, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's telling me that it's 2d10. Plus
Okay,
5.
I will double check that because then that'd be fucking broken.
Nope, I didn't mean to recast that. Yeah, the 2024 is what I have it listed as.
Yeah, but in your attacks, it's
My
also.
D&D Beyond says 2d10.
Where are you looking to see this? If you could remind me.
On my D&D Beyond, like under the spell, when I roll for damage, it says 2d10 plus 5, which is the plus 5 is from one of my invocations.
Yeah, that I understand. But as I'm looking at your sheet, it just says 1d10. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Let me see.
Here, I'll take a picture and I'll put it in the Discord.
Yes. Because that'd be kind of crazy insane if that's 2d10. For a cantrip that you can shoot 3 times. Or maybe you have some invocation that allows it. I don't know.
Yeah, it says 2 beams and 3 beams and 4 beams.
Yeah, I think it's a beam thing. But we will see.
It
says
does say 2d10 plus 5.
Why though? Because when you roll, it only rolls 1d10, and on my character sheet, when I look at your character sheet, it also just says 1d10.
What? It's been telling me 2d10 this whole time.
Oh wow. But it's only been rolling 1d10 this entire time.
Yeah, it's been rolling only 1d10.
And I think as rules as written, it is 1d10 because it'd be completely insane if that was 2d10.
It's weird.
Because yeah, it does, because the benefit of higher level Eldritch Blast is obviously you can shoot multiple beams. The damage itself, as far as I'm concerned, never changes. So don't know why that is there. It also doesn't. So yeah, I'm sorry for the false hope. It is 1d10, but still 50.
Beam is still pretty good.
Yes, and you still get multiple beams.
Yeah, so ignore that 6 that just rolled. I didn't.
Yeah, no worries. All right. Then anything else you would like to do? on your turn.
Wait, so it'd be 10 plus 5 would be max damage for me is 15.
Exactly.
Plus the 7.
No, the 7 is... You always put just plus 10 on it, because it's... You rolled a 2,
okay.
plus 5, 7, and then plus 10 max is 17.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so you dealt 17 damage.
Either way, it's so exciting. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to, if my scroll will work, why would my computer not cooperate? My computer is not liking me. So I need to move up 20 feet. It should put me in range. Oh, I have to move up 5 more. That puts me in range. In order to cast third level spiritual weapon.
Alright, a third level spiritual weapon can be done. Alright, well I know I have a spiritual weapon summon, which actually I will just also give you access to. It is also in Jades. Changes. Alright. And the special weapon will come right here. Oop. There it goes. You should be able to move it. And the 27 will definitely hit for another 12 force damage. He is truly being beaten here.
That was its second.
Alright. Very nice. Does that then end your turn?
Yes.
Cool. Then I will take us to Eirik.
Come on. Force Ballista. It's got to work sometime.
Someday. Wow. Someday, but maybe not today. Oh, it is.
Okay, we're gonna do Firebolt then, because that's the only other thing that can reach him right now.
A 27 will hit.
So that's... Hang on, I need to do... Okay, I need to do a D8. And a D10.
All right. Man, you're gonna hate me for this, but as the fire hits it, it doesn't seem to have any effect on a being that is... Its core is made out of fire. However, it doesn't heal or anything. It just kind of whooshes over its body and has no other effect other than that, unfortunately.
Okay, I'll fly a little bit closer to the gate, and I want to just do another check to see if I can start noticing any clues to locks or any sort of writing or sigils or anything.
All right. Close inspection will require an action to do so, but
yeah,
with...
I'm not like
okay.
checking, but you know.
Yeah, with your passive perception, which is pretty okay, and your passive investigation is also quite good. There doesn't seem to be any obvious like lock. However, you do see where there is like what seems to be like 2 large holes, and you assume maybe those are like keyholes. And just with the passive investigation, they seem large enough for the 2 great axes of the Guardian to kind of pass through. And you just see the kind of inscribed large mural here, but it will take more time to kind of like fully see it. You just see depictions of large dragons, one with 6 wings, one with 4 wings, and then a bunch of tiny other ones. But the only other obvious thing you can see are these 2 kind of slits inside of each door frame, I guess you could say.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, nice. Then that ends your turn, taking us to Fiera now. As you stand before it.
Yeah, I'd say I'm in a pickle here. See, maybe 2 options. Tell me about this pillar over here.
That is one of the few pillars that is actually still standing. So if there's a black circle in the middle, that just means it is still a, I guess, complete pillar.
And I guess how tall is it compared to him then? Like, where's the ceiling at?
The ceiling is 90 feet. Oh, minus 15 from that point. So 75.
There's a bunch of them broken, so it doesn't seem like they're necessary for keeping the ceiling up.
No, they seem to be more ornamental. And most of them are broken, yes.
Oh god, okay, this is gonna hurt, I guess, regardless. Okay, I'm gonna shimmy to the square here, kind of right against the fallen pillar. And we're gonna pulse wave and pull. I'm gonna try to pull that pillar down on top of this thing, while simultaneously pulling it with gravitational force.
Alright.
That's a con save.
Constitution saving, so coming right up. It's a 19.
Yeah, that's.
It makes it. However, I will say roll that damage still to take some.
Oh, that's actually pretty
Wow.
good. So half that damage it takes, and then with 24 force damage, I want to try to pull.
Yes.
It's a cone, 30-foot cone for him.
That is definitely enough damage to kind of break off the pillar. Its weak links can just crumble down and fall onto it. So I will have it do a dexterity saving throw. That was a 20. It does save, but you will take half damage from the falling pillars. I would say it's like 48. It's pretty hefty. So it will take another 12 damage. So kind of putting a total of the damage it would have taken from you. And in fact, it is bludgeoning damage. So you can see it takes the, instead of just 7 damage, it takes a full 14. It seems like the bludgeoning damage cracks him open even more than it usually does. Basically saying he's vulnerable against bludgeoning damage, as kind of it's already crumbling. Physical body gets hit by it, and more cracks get caused throughout its body there.
Nice.
Skill out. Could use a hand or finish it. Yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna. Well, I assume it has reach. It seems like it would probably have reach. So I'm just gonna back myself up to the wall.
Yep.
You know.
It doesn't strike an attack unless, well, he will use his last. Oh no, he still has to reaction to still hit you. As you end your turn there with one of its great axes kind of swinging down towards you. It was a 19.
I assume I have. Yeah, I have my reaction back. Do I get that at the beginning of my turn?
Yeah, at the beginning of your turn.
Okay, yeah, shield comes up.
Alright, then. Hits against the magical force field.
Yep, and as my shield comes up, my necklace is gonna glow using the last charge.
Alright, very nice. Then that will take us to Isowell.
Yes. What do I do? Yes. Okay. I will. Oops. I will walk. Yep, that's 30 feet right there. How far am I from it? Yes. Okay. Now that I'm close enough, I will cast a spiritual weapon with my bonus action. I'm just gonna go to my friends here. Spiritual weapon right here. Oops. I will cast it right here.
Yep. I will give it a green icon so we know it's yours, and the purple one is
Yes.
Jade's.
Yes, so there's now 2 spiritual weapons.
Mine's just a replica of my axe.
Yeah.
What did I say mine was? I don't remember.
I think it was.
I think it was a replica of my big staff of
Yeah.
the woodlands.
Yeah.
But this time I'll make it look like the big hand that I have. The
Oh, the wizard.
thing of wither. Yeah, the withered one. So that's my bonus action. It will attack afterwards. And as my action, I will cast a Starry Wisp.
All right.
Pew pew pew. Wait, I am blessed.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh,
Nope.
actually, yeah, no. I think you can up it
Nope.
even with a 4. Fortunately, misses it.
Nope. Okay, so now my thing is going to try to hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 4th level one. Here it goes. Nope.
15, unfortunately.
I cannot hit for the life of me. You just hear you just hear Iserel swear in all of the languages she knows.
It's not the first time, definitely
Join
not the
the
last.
club.
Ending your turn. Taking us to its turn. Well, first see if it gets its Mortal Wave back. It does.
Oh no.
We are a little bit spread.
It didn't matter last time.
Ooh, hoo, hoo. I have to do some measuring myself.
Yep.
Because I can get quite a few of you. Probably all of you. Oh, no. Oops.
No.
Okay, I think Arik is a little bit too far
Okay.
away.
Yep.
And Fiera won't be able to get inside of it. However, there's still 3 targets it can get. So I think it will place itself over here. And then just spew it like this to get the 3 of you on 90 feet. And then it will move technically 1 down. It can move inside of the spaces of others just because it's so big.
Yep.
So it isn't impeded by that. And you already know what to do as its chest gets puffed up and then this wave of molten lava comes down and you all have to make a dexterity saving throw, including the Dark Light Maiden. Was a 7? Oh, it was a 9. Ooh, that's a 17. And
Yeah.
that is a failure for all, even with the +3, unfortunately.
Yep.
So that is a total of 51 fire damage that comes flying your way.
My gosh.
That's... oh boy. Is there the...
My con save.
Yep, you have to get...
Yep, me too.
The DC is 20. Wow, with the 31, you easy keep it. And with a
Oh,
21, you also
very good.
keep it. So even though you're burnt to a crisp by
Yes.
it.
Just by the way, just so you know, it did 51 damage. I had 52 HP. I am at 1 HP right now. 1.
Coming
Oh my
in
God.
clutch. However, that's not the end of its
Yes.
turn. It will move back towards you, Fiera. Actually, yeah, Fiera, you weren't there, but you could have taken an attack of opportunity. Oh no, you were 5 feet away, 10 feet away.
Yeah.
It will move back, and it still has its bite left. And will bite you as well on the same turn. Kind of fresh with molten lava just dripping down.
Yeah.
Trying to snap you. For 18.
Oh.
So it
My shield's
misses.
still up.
You can see some of the magma
Help.
go there, ending its turn. Taking us to the Dark Light Maiden, who's barely alive. Will step out and
Me
then
too. Me
immediately
too.
cast.
Oh God.
I would say yes, a 5th level healing words on you as well.
Oh my God.
To kind of heal you back up. So that's a total of 38. And that's all it can do there. Well, you will use this cantrip to do another Toll the Dead. So yes, let me go with some saving throw. 26, well, not much luck there. However, that ends its turn. However, it will then use its reaction as it gets hit by the Toll the Dead, or rather not, but gets attacked by it, to do a firebolt against her. Was it 15? Still hits, unfortunately. So she takes, as a caster, she doesn't seem to be very heavily armored. 20 fire damage, which unfortunately will mean the end for her. As you see her kind
Goodbye.
of heal up ice
Maiden.
well, and then the fire strikes her, and she disappears from the field. However, did manage to do her purpose. But well, I would say, taking us to Jade. What do you do? You're standing in the middle of this freedom of movement, by the way. Also, I think disappears since she disappears.
I would assume so.
I guess. Oh wait, actually no. I will read the spell just to make sure, since it isn't concentration. No, I think you will keep it for the next hour, since it doesn't specify that the spell gets, well, disappears, I assume. So yeah, you keep it. So you are unrestrained by difficult terrain.
Why is my... Make it go. Let's see.
Oh, the turn order is a little bit wank. Yeah, there you go.
If I go right there, I can't see the monster for an Eldritch Blast because of the corner. I can see part of it, so I'm assuming I have line of sight.
Yes, you do. You can just, peek around the corner. That is fine.
Eldritch Blast in this thing. Or before I Eldritch Blast, I'm just gonna use my bonus action for my skill to roll up and so I don't lose it when I try to scroll.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna miss.
Unfortunately, it does. 16 will miss as well. A 24 will hit. For 14 force damage. It will retaliate with a firebolt as you see the fire coming through you and you dodge out of the way, or you try to dodge out of the way, missing the third one. I would say you are kind of in cover, so I'll give you half cover as you're kind of peeking behind, so you get +2 to your AC. And with the 19, I believe that misses as it just kind of hits the wall instead of you.
And that is it for my turn.
Alright, then that would take us to Eirik, inspecting the gate still. What do you do?
We're going to fly. Which direction do I want to fly? We're going to fly this way. 25 feet, still 70 feet up in the air. We're going to force ballista.
Alright.
It has to hit at some point.
It has to. Let us see. That does hit! Finally.
Oh, fucking Christ. Okay. That is 3d8 plus 5.
Wow. 15, pretty good. +5 is
What? 20. Plus 5, 20.
Yep. Damn, a big blast shoots a chunk out of one of its wings, crumbles. It looks heavily damaged. It will retaliate with its last reaction with a firebolt back at you. As it kind of feels the damage it takes, kind of turns around and shoots. That was a 24. I believe that hits you, Eirik.
Yeah.
Dealing a total of 23 fire damage reduced to half. So that's only 11. Since you're resistant.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else you would like to do on that?
So that was bonus action, that was movement. Firebolt didn't work last time because the guy's a fucking dumbass. I don't want to get... But, shit. shit.
Shoot little stars at it like I did. Pew, 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 pew.
I don't have anything else that can get to him from where I am.
Oh, you have to make a concentration check.
Yeah, that's also true.
Oof, that's a fail, unfortunately. The DC... Oh no, you only took 11 damage, so the DC is 10. So you barely make it.
Half for 10.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
okay. Alright. Okay, what do I have? What do I have here? Oh, that reaches 120 feet. Yeah, I'll cast action Chaos Bolt.
Nice, alright. Yes, the 24 definitely hits.
You fucking finally. Psychic damage.
Nice, alright. Another 20 psychic damage. That gets shot towards it. You can see it kind of... And now even more parts are crumbling. The pulse of his heart gets weaker. As he's slowly crumbling into bits. You can see cracks and fissures forming over his entire body. It is barely standing at this point.
And I'll just yell out at the very end, don't let the axes get destroyed. They're probably keys to the gate.
Alright, I presume that ends your turn. That will take us to Sierra.
Yep. Step 1. bonus action potion. Get that out of the way. Another D4 or another 2D4?
Yeah,
What was
another
it?
2d4, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's good rolls. Those are bad rolls. 12. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, man, do I not want to be in this spot. I saw it firebolt a couple times, though. I don't know if it can attack me if I run. It's falling apart. And you said the ceiling's 90 feet up?
Yep.
Is there like a stalag?
Tight. I say.
Or anything like that above him? You know, just precariously hanging like it wants to be pulled down?
Unfortunately not. The inside of this chamber seems to be structurally built and not natural cavern.
Well, shucks. Okay. Okay, well, I just when in doubt, you gotta move. 5, 10. God, do I want to risk getting an axe in the face? Is it still holding on to both, like continuously?
Oh
I guess is
yeah.
the question.
Yes, firmly.
Firm grasp. Okay. Well, the only spells I have target Constitution, so eventually it has to fail for sure. I'll use Magnify Gravity on him, because why not? That's a con save.
Con save coming right up.
Yeah.
So 26.
So it takes 9 damage, and I don't think there's any other effect. Nope.
It does, crumbling even more and more and more, but it is still standing.
Okay. I don't want to get swung at. I'll stay there.
Alright. Then I swear.
Yes. Alright. I will let my spiritual weapon try to hit it first. Let's go here. Now, question:
Ignore
does
that.
that?
Oh. Jade is like inspecting it.
Does my bless affect my spiritual weapon?
Ah! Oh,
goodbye,
wow.
Jade.
Damn, clicked the wrong one. Guess you wanted to mute.
Yeah. Yeah, does it affect it or not?
I'd
Like-
say it does. Yeah, why not?
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Oh my gosh, it's not gonna work still.
Even
Yeah,
was
no,
it-
just 20.
Yeah, still not enough,
It's
unfortunately.
just a 20. Okay. So that went. Alright, so now, me, what do? I will try to jump up here.
Alright.
Athletics, there it goes.
Oof! That unfortunately isn't enough. You just barely
Ow.
at the edge. You try to pull down, but your legs are burned.
Yep.
Your arms are burned.
Yep,
Everything
yep,
hurts.
Yep, everything hurts. At least I'm out of the molten thing. That's what I wanted. I'm not up like I wanted, but at least I'm out of it. Okay. Now, what do? I have one freaking spell slot left. Do I do...
Go bear form.
I can't go pair form. I don't have any wild shapes left.
No.
Yeah. I will...
Can't you convert a spell slot into wild shape
Oh, I
with the
have...
new druid?
Yes, I can. I have another thing. Don't you know I have 2 spell slots left? Okay. But do I want to... Can I do any... what's my... Cave bear. Yeah. And how far am I from it? Oh, yes. Bonus action, I'm gonna burn a spell slot and turn into a bear.
All right.
So I'm gonna burn my second spell slot that I have left. And I will turn into a bear. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Let's pop meat right here. Just gonna move actual Isorel down a little bit. Okay, so I'm right here. I'm gonna run up to it and try to attack.
All right. So you're still standing a bit inside of the magma.
Yeah, I am a little bit inside of the magma.
You can go one to the left and you would still be in
yeah,
range of it. Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Okay, yep. Right there. Alright. So first is a bite attack. That's going to miss terribly.
Unfortunately misses.
And second one is the claws attack. That will also miss terribly.
Oof. The bear trying to scramble on this stone titan as
I have not hit a single time. Not a single time. I have not made a single point of damage this entire fight.
wow. Yeah, sometimes it's hard, but you did dispel its core, which prevented it to heal.
Yep,
so
yep.
technically, you
Yep,
did the most
No,
damage.
I did something. I just did not do damage.
That's the most important something.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think that ends your turn then.
Absolutely. I can't do anything else.
All right, then the Dragon Centaur's turn. Who will once again see if he gets his molten thing back. Doesn't, luckily for you. So instead, it will take 2 of its great axe attacks. Still aimed. Or actually, will it do that? Or will it instead? Yeah, you did a big old mean chunk of damage to it, so it will definitely focus you, Fiera. So it will take 2 great axe strikes against you. This is the first one.
Yeah.
It was a 34.
Just barely.
Just
barely.
yes, yeah, almost hitting you there for 26 damage. You have to
Okay.
make a strength saving throw. As
Okay.
this gargantuan great axe comes flying
I have to
down.
hit 20. Yeah, okay. I hit 0. I don't even resist it.
Yeah, you get crushed to the floor, which means the second attack is with advantage.
You mean advantage?
Advantage, yep. Here it comes.
Oh, Jesus.
That was a 32. That one will also hit for another 24 slashing damage. As Fia was getting beat to a pulp here.
Still up. Yeah, as it's beating me, you see some sort of like shimmer come off my body and shatter.
And it's Zeus' last attack, which it will use on you, seeing it as the largest threat with its bite attack. Was a natural 20. Hitting you there for a total of... Oh, actually not that... Well, we have to take max.
I mean, I'm down regardless.
Okay. As Fiera gets chomped.
Yeah. So then the necklace.
Exactly.
Well, I'm not dead though, right?
Exactly. Only if you die, you get brought back.
Okay.
So you're unconscious right now. As
Alright, good night.
she gets chomped inside of the Guardian's mouth. and kind of just spews it back, and you can see parts of the body of Fiera is burning. However, the molten magma also disappears. And it turns around to face you, as well, ending its turn there, taking us now to Jade.
All right.
Come on, kill it.
Oh. Everything just reset. I'm gonna try hitting it with my spiritual weapon first.
Yeah.
Definitely not gonna hit it.
Oof. It's unfortunately whiffs completely. Oh, she accidentally disconnected once
Yeah,
again.
she said she said her freaking Discord froze earlier.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're back.
My
Yeah. Oh wow. No. Oof.
Uh-oh.
That's
So close to the
not
finish
seem
line.
Good.
I don't know what's happening right now. My computer just went completely black. I'm trying to get my browser to reload.
Alright. Technical difficulties as per usual.
Of course.
It's been a while since we've had bad ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also let me know if you want to do anything. I can also roll for you. It's also the alternative option if your hardware is kind of giving in.
I'm almost fully back in.
Okay.
I closed my browser and then it's reopening. Okay. We're gonna do my 3 Eldritch Blast.
24, unfortunately miss. A 14 as well.
Before I roll this next one,
Yep.
can my channel divinity work for spells?
Which gender divinity do you mean?
The one where I can add +10? I don't know if I can.
How many channel divinities do you have?
I get 2, plus I have my amulet, so I have a 3rd one.
Alright.
And I've only used 1 because the other one had gotten...
Rewound.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it specifies attack rolls. Fine. Remember that correctly. Let me see.
I'm trying to get back to it, but it's not letting me scroll.
Channel divinity, guys. Right, when you're making an attack roll. Yep. So you can add your +10.
Okay. Oh, I don't need it. Awesome.
All right. A 26 hits it for 12. It is looking hurt as it breaks to shoot part of its jaw off. More magma, but it will retaliate and shoot back with a firebolt towards you. You still have, I would say, 3/4, like half cover since you have to duck over. There's a 19 will miss.
Use my bonus action. I'm kind of okay with where I'm standing.
All
so
right.
I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay, very nice. That will then take us to Eirik.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
We need to hit.
Yeah.
We need to hit. You and I, we both need to hit.
It does hit.
Just make sure it doesn't land on me, please. Ooh.
8 plus 5.
8 plus
13
5.
damage from...
How do you want to do this? Iric,
Shut the hell up.
as your blast hits it finally.
Yay!
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm basically I'm as I'm kind of retightening these things down, screwing the cannon tighter to make sure this works. I just begin floating towards him, like slowly, just in using my movement to just start floating towards him. And I'm going to hold this cannon up in front of me. I'm gonna lock eyes with it through the cannons, basically aiming as direct as I possibly can right at his head. And I'm just gonna blast that entire force cannon right through his fucking skull.
Yep. And indeed that happens. So Fiero, you're standing in front of it, and you can really see after it shot a firebolt towards Jade, its body looming back over you, bringing both of its great axes up, opening its more prepared to hit you again with an assault, even though you're unconscious just lying there. And Icel, you're seeing this as well. Yeah. And before it can do so, with its arms in the air, a hole appears in its head as the force ballista shoots right through it, crumbling its entire body, disconnecting the magic that has been keeping it alive. And as a result, the entire rest of its body also crumbles down into now a heap of gravel, dust, ash, and volcanic rock, as it now lays dead there. Though you also see that the heart inside of it
The heart.
still kind of is beating, but it seems completely detached from the rest of the body.
So I've locked eyes with that heart, and I'm just like, I'm using movement, dash, whatever I need, just floating towards that heart, staring at it, making sure it doesn't jump or recharge or do anything. So I'm just moving in towards that heart.
Big Bear Isorel is gonna go to Fiera that is lying unconscious on the ground, and with my nose, I will boop her and use my last spell slot as a bear to cast Cure Wounds on her.
Wow.
And hold on, there's more. There's more coming your way. There's that also coming up.
Whoa!
It was.
Jeez.
It's 8d8. Yeah, it was my last spell slot. 8d8.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I think I feel better.
Yeah. It was my last spell slot. So I couldn't go lower than that, so yeah. Yep.
Wait,
yep.
why did you roll double? If you could just remind me.
I don't know why I rolled the. Wait, no, it's already double. Ignore the second 34. It has nothing to do.
Yeah, I was a bit confused. I was like,
Okay,
wow.
I thought
you
you
crazy.
changed
Forget that. Yeah, forget that. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's the 49.
49's funny.
Yeah, for 49. Yes. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
No, I don't know. It's automatic. I'm still doubling the dice for some reason, but I don't need to.
That's okay. Thank you. I knew we'd
Yep.
get through it.
So now you have Big Bear Isorel on top of you. Just
Yeah, I'll probably climb on. I don't feel like walking after getting smashed into pieces.
FYI, my
Hey.
computer's burning up, so I might continue having computer problems.
Oh, shit.
Oh no!
oops.
Jeez.
Just to let you guys know.
Alright.
Gotcha. Well,
Okay.
I see Irik's probably floating toward the heart. Should we take a look before we touch?
Yes.
Perhaps?
I'm not gonna touch it. I'm making sure this thing doesn't all of a sudden respawn. Like,
Well, then how about the two of us look at it together, and we can find a safe way to disarm and attain it.
Absolutely. Jade, are you able to handle these great axes? Can you get them just out of the area for us? Just so I'm just worried things are gonna, reanimate or whatever.
I mean, I can try.
I'll help you with Bear Sorrel's going to help you out.
Well, I want to see before you help me. I want to see if I can successfully lift one of these by myself.
Yeah, make a strength check.
Athletics?
It's just
Athletics?
just pure strength. If you're just trying to test the
Great
weight.
strength.
Dang it! I'm not proficient in it. I'm gonna give myself guidance because I want to appear strong.
Mhm.
19. Damn, pretty good.
With my +2.
Yeah, you lift it up. Obviously you can't wield this. It's way too heavy to in any way, shape, or form. But you do
Aw.
lift it successfully, and even with the 21 for you, this shit is fucking heavy. It weighs around like 200 kilo ish. So it's just like a marvel feat. You're like powerlifting. Yeah, deadlifting it up to your stomach and holding it, and you kind of tauntingly swing it around, but it's so slow paced. Yeah, these are some chunky great axes that are kind of made out of this pure magma stone. And while she's
I like grunt to Izrael Bear. Help me pull it.
Yep, I'm gonna go and help her.
I think we're gonna need those to get in through that gate. There were 2 slits in the door, so it.
Well, before we move on, do we want to rest now or rest after we get through? Because I think we all need a quick breather.
There's also a number of side rooms all the way down the hallway here.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to tuck our way into there to be more safe, or we can even look around those rooms. Maybe there's stuff in them.
Well, how about this? Order of operations. Me and Eirik can look at the core of this thing, make sure it doesn't come back. And then Izarel and Jade, you can check around the area, make sure it's safe to catch our breath. Maybe find a good area.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think
since I
that's a
can't
yes.
talk to you anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll pull the axes close to the door and then start looking around.
Yes. Well, we can start off with Eirik and Fiera as you kind of go towards the heart. Yeah, how do you wish to look at it?
Guessing it's hot.
Yeah.
Okay, for first point of order, like, how are you approaching it, I should ask.
I'm already next to the creature. Is it exposed now that it's kind of crumpled a little bit?
Yeah, you can see that the stone next to it is kind of like slowly melting. Like there's a small pit of seemingly just burned stuff that everything around it kind of just gets burnt.
Right.
However, one thing you do notice, and especially you, Eirik, that as you kind of approach it, and you can feel the radiating heat, just in close proximity of something that is extremely hot. Funnily enough, though, you recognize how hot it is, to you specifically, Eirik, it doesn't feel unbearable or uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Eat it.
Okay.
Embrace
Well,
Consume.
Nom 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 nom.
Consume.
I'm gonna float right down over top of it, maybe 10 feet just above it, looking at it. And I'm just gonna turn back towards Fiera and say, Tolvar spoke to me at some point during that, and he called whatever this thing was the everlasting ember, and said it was, I'm assuming, something far more powerful and beyond even him.
Interesting.
So he knows where we are. He knows clearly about this space that we're in.
Is the everlasting ember a creature or what that is?
I want to deduce that he's referring to this thing.
So it's an object, not sentience.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel affected by the heat it appears to be giving off right now.
I don't think anything too crazy will happen if you try to touch it, then. Maybe you can at least get it away from it so it doesn't reanimate. And then we can find some sort of storage. If you give me 10 minutes, I can poof it away for a bit.
I mean, might as well try to move it from its resting spot and see if it changes, being, distanced from the body at least. I will. Oh, hang on. Do I have?
By the way, the heart is like 3 feet wide, so it's a chunk.
Yeah.
It's a chunky thing.
It's a... Okay. So does it look like a heart, or does it look like a molten sphere?
It is vaguely heart-shaped, though it looks more like... doesn't look like a complete heart, per se. It looks like how a heart is made out of different parts. It looks like one part of a heart.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, might as well just try to. 3 feet. That's big.
It's
a boulder.
I think I have something in your bag. I have a crowbar in your bag. I have a shovel.
I mean,
in your bag.
anything. I've got tools too. We can use those, but anything. This is going to affect anything that touches it because of the heat. It's not affecting me as nearly as much as it looks like it should. That's the problem right now. We can start trying to pry at it and push it with tools, but those tools might just burn up.
3 feet. It's... wait 10 minutes and I can identify it.
I might as well do that before we start prying it and, messing with it.
Okay. Well, if you keep an eye on it and kind of help me climb up, I can start preparing.
I climb up where?
Onto the thing, as I am not a nimble creature.
Oh, I mean, you're not going to climb on it. You're going to die.
Well, not on the heart.
Okay,
on
yeah.
the rubble.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just float there trying to look at... I'm going to... As she's trying to get up and I'm helping her, I'll just keep going, a little closer to it, and I want to try to listen to see if anything's speaking to me about it while I'm hovering around it and trying to notice anything interesting about it by looking at it.
All right. I guess, make an investigation check as you kind of looking around it. 17. Yeah, as you kind of, approach a little bit closer. One thing you notice is your clothes also aren't seemingly affected by the heat that's radiating from it. So that's also a thing you notice as you kind of get closer. And Fiera, also, as you get closer, you feel the heat a little bit more. Obviously, either you're fire resistant and heat resistance in general, that's why you just feel it less. And Fiera, obviously, you have to approach in order to identify it. Though it is still extremely warm, at some point the threshold where, you know, it would turn to discomfort is never reached. And you can feel kind of still just a very hot radiating energy, and you both, as you know, spending a bit more time, this is like pure heat. As in like, as if the heat
Like a
itself...
chrysalis?
Even more than a chrysalis. Oh, there goes Jade. It's more akin to... Oh, it's very weird. You have rarely experienced this, but it's like the purest form of something. And this seems to be almost like the purest form of heat.
Interesting.
So it goes beyond what you would expect fire to do. It doesn't simply burn, but instead you get the feeling that the heat itself has a will. And especially as you kind of get closer towards it, you notice that as it's in this resting state, it still pumps occasionally, but like with a very slow rhythm, and it has this very deep orangish glow. But as you approach it, especially you, Eirik, its color kind of shifts to a more bluish, purplish hue, and then its core becomes somewhat white. And that's when you kind of feel a very inviting warmth and not a very malicious heat kind of radiating down. And that's when you notice, and you have now been spending some time with it, you don't expect it to kind of, you know, reform the Guardian. Though you assume if the sigil inside of it wouldn't have been dispelled, that might have potentially happened.
It probably would.
Right.
But since it's tethered towards the stone structure has been cut, there seems to be no risk of that happening.
Because I don't know if I told you, Eirik, when I talked to Torrens Igneous, they also mentioned that fire had its own will and would make its own choices. Like it was alive. Like fire itself, the basic element.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's not exactly word for word the kind of thing Tolvar has been saying to me, but it's the sort of vibe I get from him is that he wants me to be the hell's the word? He wants me to appreciate the power of fire. And this seems like one of those things. Like it looks like the natural essence of fire. Oh man. But I mean, without talking to him again,
well,
won't really know.
Well, let me confirm what this is. And once we get through this dungeon, I could probably help you make a connection. And we could figure this out.
Alright. I'll say...
Else.
Yep, that you kind of spend the next 10 minutes focusing your energy. You will have to touch it, I believe, for Identify to work. So will you be willing to touch it?
Yes, I will have faith.
I have the two gloves that were given to me to help hold the Zelen Ice Tungsten.
Ooh.
I'm going to give to Fiera just because, I mean, I know they're used for the cold thing, but I'm sure they've got some sort of protective capability. Maybe she can use those.
I don't think I would use them.
Why?
I'd probably just, yeah. If it doesn't feel like it's... It feels like it's accepting us. So I'm going to give in to that, and if I burn myself, I burn myself.
Alright, man, this takes me back to campaign 1 when Veltari made himself like these heat-resistant gloves. Or was it this
Did you?
campaign, or was that Iric? I know you once just bought like heat-resistant gloves that you did made out of a fire cell stone.
Did I actually make it? I don't think I made it. I remember buying a set of gloves that I planned to do it with, but I don't remember actually making it.
Oh wait,
Because
no.
I still have
Okay, yeah.
the fire cell stone is still just an item in my inventory. I haven't done anything with it.
I think I'm mixing up my other campaign that I have with other groups. I think one of them did it, and I found it funny that you
Oh.
both had like the same
You're
idea.
right though, because I did ask you about it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, yeah, this was just taking me back there. I was like, wow, is this like a Votari Eric moment? Yeah, you touch it, Fiera, after your 10 minutes of incantation, and indeed you feel the warmth, and it is heat itself that you're touching, and the heat chooses not to burn you. And as you identify spell covers over it,
Good.
you understand a little bit more. So you can go into your inventory and then look up Molten Heart. And then see what it does. It is an artifact, which is why it has a brown text. Which I find funny that brown is the word for artifact.
It is from a dragon. That's cool. That is very old. I recognize that word from something. And it was crafted. Okay. Burning will. Right. Oh my god. Okay, so it can just kill us all if it felt like it. Perfect. That's wonderful.
That's terrifying.
Yep. You take half damage. Okay, yeah, I'll just pass this information on to Iric. It is the heart of a dragon from the first War of the Sin. And it has its own will. Yeah, it was crafted to be in this Guardian, which is interesting. But yeah, I think you should. I don't know how you're going to carry it, but I think you should carry it along with you and learn more about it. Maybe you and Tovar can go, I don't know, soul searching or something.
I'm gonna touch it.
Yeah, you touch it and you feel this inviting pulse of just pure heat. And it reminds you very much of the same heat that was given to you as a gift from Tolva. You can feel the Invectus Archfire spark that you've received, a heat that can even surpass any other resistances and can override any other forms of heat negation. It is the purest form of what fire can be, taken from the first element itself. And this seems to be belong, or to have been belonged to a being that pulsated with this energy itself. You know, and you understand this, that Tolva only got blessed with a fraction of whatever this heart is pumping. And this heart seems to be able or capable of burning through. And both you, Fiera and Iric, you both know that there is definitely a somewhat divine origin within this, that it's like almost like a divine essence of magic because of its purity.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping it here, and you both understand, like, yes, it could kill you if it wanted to, and it won't be destroyed unless the two conditions have been met for it to be destroyed because of its purity.
I think one good step is us holding on to it, ensuring its safety, and then asking Torrens Igneous what we should be doing with it, or what they know about it.
That's a good plan. How do you want to carry it?
I can't risk pocket it away. It is too big. Yeah, 3 feet so big.
Wow.
I just want to try to like interact with it, like push it. I want to see if like is it, I don't know, light to me? Like I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of touch it and kind of move it around. It does. Well, it feels surprisingly lighter than what you would have expected from its size. It's still not like light, but you can, with a little bit of grit, pick it up, and it weighs like around the 50 kilos, but for its size, that is not that much.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just kind of encompasses you in this kind of warm, radiating heat, as if you're like in this very nice bubble. But it does, as you're spending more time, it feels like, as if there's like a third person beyond, Fiera and Eirik, you both being there. As it almost feels like this is its own thing, even though doesn't seem to be any consciousness or stuff like that actively being here. You just get the feeling of the presence of someone else. Specifically, it almost feels like as if, similar to what you've experienced with the bits and pieces you found of Tolva, that this is also creating probably annihilation field within the vicinity.
Yep, the bigger the piece, the bigger the soul that's left attached to it.
So something I'm immediately thinking is we could pick this up and walk it into one of these side rooms. And I don't know if we have ability, maybe we can... Does someone have like stone shape or something? Does Iserel have stone shape? Can she make a wall and like lock it away inside a room? I don't know.
Or you could try to attune to it.
I'd have to get rid of something.
While you were having that conversation, we'll jump over to Iserel and Jade. What are you two doing as they are investigating this molten heart?
I would be looking kind of around like at the like side rooms and stuff to see if there's a good spot that's kind of like allows us to rest without like feeling like we're gonna get seen right away if somebody were to come in the room.
Yeah, can make a...
And I would just assist her in the search because I'm just in bare form, so there's not much I can do, so I'm just going to help her out.
Alright, then I guess can make a, survival check with advantage. $20. Yeah. All of the side rooms seem to be pretty, good, decent, and okay. There's, most of them are like filled with these weird petrified statues of humanoids just kind of cowering and praying there. However, you get the sense that in the very far left side, there's some smaller secluded rooms that you could potentially hide inside of, where there's only one small doorway that would lead inside that would allow you to kind of barricade shut and make it so that people wouldn't be able to notice and or see you. Obviously further north is where you came from, and that leads to that natural cavern structure that leads to the room where you found those necklaces. Other than that, you feel pretty well isolated if you seclude yourself to one of the rooms on the west side of this large hallway. Like the one that Isorel you're standing in front of seems to be a pretty good room where you still have visual on the hallway itself in case someone does enter and you want to have eyes on them if they do. Or if you go to a few rooms below the one you're currently at, you can also be completely obscured. Not being able to maybe see as much of the hallway, but obviously being more out of sight as well, being kind of the advantage for that. So you can kind of pick and choose. There are quite a few options in this room, or in this hallway, with many different rooms where you could rest.
So I would kind of show the room that's just down a little bit farther. And I'd be like, Ezra, grunt at which doorway you think is the best option.
I'll grunt at the one that is the best option. And kind of show the one that would be the best way to hide ourselves.
So the one that's back farther or the one that Izrael's currently standing in front of?
Well, it depends if you want to have more eyes on the hallway or if you want to be more hidden. That's entirely up to you.
More hidden. More hidden. Definitely
Yeah, so the
more
one
hidden.
back here
Yeah.
where Jade's kind of chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will also seem to be less creepy statues inside of there, which, you know, is always a plus. Alright, anything else you would like to do? Or will you just sit down and kind of rest for a bit?
I'd probably like go out back to the main room and just tell the boys that, or Fiera and Eric, hey, there's a room back here that'd be a good place to rest. Secluded. Nobody would really be able to see us. I'll be back there if you guys need me.
Okay.
And then I'll go back there and start resting.
Alright. Anything specific you would like to do, Isorel?
No, I'm gonna stay with Jade for protection. I feel like we shouldn't be separating ourselves too much, so I'll just curl up in a bear ball and start resting as well.
Alrighty. Then Eric and Fiera, have you found a plan to transport this heart?
I mean, it's up to you. I think at the very least we should just bring it with us.
That's a great idea, but
If we have
How?
to carry it, then we have to carry it.
excuse me.
It's not burning your clothes, so we could tie it to you like a backpack.
Flash news, it's not gonna fit into my bag of holding.
And it might burn what's in there. We
Yeah, I
don't know
don't
what
think it would
wants to or
physically
doesn't want to burn.
fit. Not just like
Yeah,
the space it takes up. It just
physically
wouldn't go
it's-
in.
Physically, it's not gonna fit. You're trying to... Nah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Jack, I have to get off. My computer is hot to the touch now.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Wow, this is actually a good place where you could end today's session. You successfully defeated the thing. And you've gotten a molten heart. And also, I'm also quite busy on the next day, so actually getting a little bit
Yeah,
more sleep
and I'm working tomorrow morning as well.
So, I think
There we go.
there was a good 3 hours spent. And gotten one step closer once again. We will make it to episode 90. Heck yeah! Well, we'll say our goodbyes, and please like and subscribe for these individuals, as they have successfully beaten the everlasting Ember Guardian, who are nicknamed Dragon Center, since that's easier to say. And before Jade or Felicia just disappears into the void, we'll say goodbye for now. And hopefully see you maybe next week or in 2 weeks. Bye!
Bye.